driving home from work, but I wanted to go ahead and get this video started so that I am motivated to finish it later. The last 2 weeks have been rough. Basically, last week I was exhausted, and sorry for the steering wheel, but that's the only safe place to put my phone. Last week I was exhausted, which we had 2 events for my husband's author publishing thing, and one was more social than work, but the other one was work, but not like the work is hard, just hanging out with him and talking to other authors, and I actually really enjoy that. But I guess being out late, and the one was in St. Pete, so we had to drive all the way back to Lakeland that night, which we actually left kind of early, but by the time we got home we were both just exhausted. So all week last week, I would come into work and I would just be I could barely keep my eyes open, and so this weekend I was I'm really gonna rest this weekend, which I did have a commitment to help my friend that's a photographer. She had a booth at a local event, and I'm an ambassador for her group, so I messaged her a few times and I was like, listen, I am an ambassador for you, it's a really great gig to have, so you don't get paid, but the idea is that you're helping her, and you get pictures and you get events and stuff like that. So I was like, it's not all about what you can do for us, you know what I mean? Let me know and I'll show up and help out at the event, and I'll gladly tell people about my experience with having a photo session with you or whatever. And so I did do that on Saturday, and I was there from 9:30 to 2:30, so that was a long time, but it was breezy out. We were under the tent. I made sure I wasn't in direct sunlight the whole time. I didn't do any heavy lifting. I just basically sat in a chair, drank water, and when people came around, I would show them pictures and talk about my experience and things like that. And it wasn't a ton of stuff, but I could feel the sun affecting me, right? And so I went home Saturday and I rested for a while, and then I woke up in the evening and I felt all right, just a little tired, and then there was a squirrel in the grass and it just hopped away. And then on Sunday I slept until 1 o'clock, but then I got up and I did my meal plan for the week and my grocery list, and my husband and I went grocery shopping. So I still got some things done on Sunday. Sunday wasn't a complete waste like it can be if I'm exhausted, which I know it's not a waste, but especially if you're in the position of having an autoimmune disorder, or if you love someone that has one, then you understand that we don't like to be limited, but that's our reality, right? So anyway, so Monday came around and I was actually really well rested. I came to work. My throat was a little scratchy, but the allergies have been kind of bad, and this side of my face, my eye was watering, my nose was drippy, both my ears were hurting, and I got this is a cold sore that's coming through, or usually I get these if I've had a fever, and I almost never get fevers, so I'm thinking it's because I was in the sun, in the heat. And was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday I had to drive to my son's work after I got off work to get his house key, because long story short, I don't have one right now. I gave mine to my husband, who lost his. Anyways, so I drove out there, and when I got back in the car to drive home, I was in the parking lot still, and a song came on the radio, that song Pictures by Kid Rock and Sheryl Crow. my friend's husband and I sing that song when we do karaoke. And like, I don't know who we used to sing it with, but now it's like our song to sing together, you know what I mean? And we just have a really great time. And so anyway, I haven't seen him in probably 2 months. I work with her, but I haven't seen him in like 2 months. And so I pulled out my phone and started recording, and I was singing, and I was like, I miss you. And then it was just like a 15-second video. And then I went to rewatch it, and I've noticed in editing my videos that I have a little bit of a droop on this side. Anyway, so like when I'm talking, if I'm thinking about it, I make myself like, you know, pull it up. But if I'm not thinking about it or paying attention, I notice that this side of my mouth doesn't move equally with this side of my mouth, even before the cold sore. But yesterday when I was singing, it was like it wasn't moving at all. It was like, you know. And I always wondered if, you know, I had any like effects from like, because I had seizures at one time because my blood pressure was so high, if I had like neurological issues from that or whatever. So I reached out to my doctor today, and I just told him, because it's like all this stuff is piling up. So I've got a little bit of drooping. My arm is hurting so much. It feels like the cast is crushing my hand. And so like this is the bone that's broken, but this whole side hurts a lot. And I've been trying to like stretch my pinky finger to see if that would help. I don't know if it's helping or hurting, honestly, but the pain medicine that they gave me, I can't take it when I'm working, obviously, because I need to focus, which I'm already having a hard enough time with, if you can't tell. And so I can only take it at night to sleep, and it's not touching it. It's not helping the pain at all. So I'm not sleeping well. My hands and ankles are swollen. That's usually a telltale sign that a flare is in the midst. So I'm stressed. I messaged my doctor's office this morning, and I was like, hey, can you call in blood work for me, because I think I might be coming into a flare. And you know, like I've had doctors in the past who, knowing that I have lupus and knowing that, you know, I've had it for almost 23 years, if I call and say, hey, you know, I think I need to, you know, check my C3, C4, ANA, all that jazz, they'll do it, right? So I didn't hear anything back by lunchtime. I had meetings today. I really just feel terrible today, and the only thing that kept going through my head is I can't leave work because I love my job and I don't want to lose my job. And my husband, I texted him and I told him, I was like, I just feel terrible, and I'm scared because I don't want to lose control of everything. Not that I have control of everything, but that's a real emotion, you know, that I feel, because I do tend to be a bit of a control freak of the things that I can control. And whenever I have a flare, I know that everything is out of my control. So I apologize that I did not post last week a lupus video. I did post on my YouTube page a How to Be a Redhead unboxing, because I don't want lupus to be the only thing that defines me, you know. And so I was really excited to post about the How to Be a Redhead video. I've been posting like on my Instagram and Facebook pictures of my first look with the makeup from the box. I glossed my hair with the copper gloss, and it made it like this beautiful shade of red, which is temporary, but I mean, it was so pretty. I was so happy with it. And you know, so I'm trying to focus on like positive things, but like I don't know what I'm gonna do if I can't work. I love working. I love being independent. hard time focusing. And I just feel terrible right now. So I called my doctor's office, and I'm going in at 2 tomorrow. And they asked me to fill out a form with my symptoms. And so basically I put, like achy, swollen joints, droopy face. This ear actually has an ulcer in it, so it like bleeds. I get mouth and nose ulcers. I actually have one, I don't know if you can see it, like right here, that was there this morning when I woke up. Obviously the cold sore, just all these things that come and go with lupus. And I don't have time for this, but none of us do. So anyway, I'm home, so that's all I'm gonna record for now. I'll come back maybe after I make dinner for the family. I'll come back and we'll talk about a few of the other things that I had planned on talking about before this all happened. So thanks for listening, and I hope that you have a support team that you can reach out to, and if you don't, I want you to feel free to reach out to me, because I do understand, and it's okay sometimes to be weak and to be upset and to be mad about lupus, just as long as you keep going. Alright, so we'll talk in a little bit. Bye. Hey friends, so it's actually the next day. I just got back from 2 doctor's appointments. You can see this is getting worse. I'm going here, something's going there, here, and on that finger. Oh, sorry. Anyways, sorry, that's just where it is. Anyways, they gave me prednisone. Obviously, that's the magic medicine for flares, I guess. I'm sorry, I look terrible. Anyway, and something else that's supposed to help with all the skin issues. I also went and got my cast because I have the swelling in my hands and my ankles. They cut down like this side of the cast and then put the ACE bandage on it so that I can loosen it as the swelling gets worse. So I missed work today. I really hope not to miss tomorrow, and I know this is a super short video, but I'm gonna go ahead and get it posted. One of the things that I was gonna talk about on the regular podcast at work, part of the team went to like a meeting for people in our business, and one of the things that we deal with a lot are people who have like dementia and Alzheimer's and stuff like that, because we deal with older people, because we're dealing with like trusts and estates and things like that. And so what they did at the meeting was they had everyone do these different activities to see what it feels like if you have those issues that are blocking your mind from working regularly. So I thought that would be neat because like we experience lupus fog, and so I don't know, for me though, sometimes it feels like when I'm in like lupus fog, it feels like I'm trying, like, that movie Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, when they're in the Jello mold. Sometimes that's how I feel when I have lupus fog, because it's just like my brain is like trying to do things, but it's just extremely more difficult than normal. Something else, oh, 1 second. Something else that they did was, those plastic mats that go under like a computer chair so that you can move around in your chair, and they have those little like tiny spiky things on the other side so that it grips the carpet. Well, they had something like that they would put on the bottoms of their feet to basically mimic the feeling of neuropathy, which is also something that we deal with. So there were other things like wearing gloves or mitts to try to do small tasks, like intricate tasks, and how, like when you have dementia or things like that, how it makes it more difficult. And I thought that's also the case when you have arthritis, because your fingers don't bend the way that, you know, most people's do, and it hurts. And you know, like I used to do like jewelry making, just like as a hobby, and after doing it for so long with my fingers like this, like they would cramp so much. But that's how you have to hold the tiny little tools to like bend the metals and put it together. So anyway, just some things that I thought was really cool, and I don't know if that's something that is out there where you can actually do that type of an activity, to like know what it's like for your loved one who has lupus. I know they have like the cramp simulators and pregnancy simulators and stuff like that, but you know, when I think about how difficult it is for friends and family to understand what we're going through, two things. Number one, it would be cool if they could experience for that for like 5 to 10 minutes, whatever, just to understand how frustrating it is, and just to see kind of inside, you know, what we deal with a lot of times on a daily basis. And secondly, it really makes me love and appreciate the people that I have around me who are supportive, because I realize that they are supportive on my word alone, that this is what I'm experiencing. So I am in an active flare. I'm still going to try to do these, even if I can't do like my hair and makeup and get all dolled up and situated in my specific podcasting spot, to record these, but to give you updates and also to talk about what's going on in the lupus world. And I want to make sure that I'm here for you consistently, and that you know that you can reach out to me if you need to talk. So if you're good with getting them, whether they're polished or not, then I will be here doing them. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. So I'm in an active flare, going back on prednisone, and I don't remember what the name of the other one is, but it is an oral pill for the skin issue. I've never had that before. Usually they give you something topical for it, so I don't know. I'm probably going to research it before I start taking it, just because I've had doctors give me stuff in the past that I couldn't take because I have lupus. So friendly reminder to always be your own health advocate. But anyways, I'm okay. I'm just really tired. And my husband said that he's never seen me have a flare this bad since we've been together. And so that's 12 years. And that's true. I have not felt this horrible since he and I have been together. There's a lot of factors playing into it. So we're just going to take the meds and see how it goes. I hope that you guys have a great week, and I am going to try really hard to get back onto Wednesdays. But this will be going out today, which is Thursday. And if you need anything, reach out. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.